So first, I'm gonna show you my scene. So first, I'll run it. So I'll show you how it works. So so here's my game. If I like press the blue here, you see I got blue, red, and green. Now it's like a UI just to like make it look cool. What I have here is a shop, which by the way, all of this was actually made in Godot. This entire UI. The only thing I actually made in like an image was this quit button. So here I have these free item BGs, which if you look at the scene here, they're just a control node with free panel containers, and just a title and like a texture icon for texture. So here in this script, it's really simple. I gave it an item name, so it would display it here. So you see this item name, it would display that. Item texture, so you see this like box here. This is where like it'll show what your player will look like if you buy it. And here's like given item texture. So I'll show you the code. So again, this is the code you need, and that's it. So just make sure you have this given item texture to like texture. Afterwards, also I gave it a class name just for skin item. After here, I made a 2D scene and gave it a sprite 2D. And in the script here, for the thing, I just said an onReady var hair is equal to like the sprite, and I gave it a class name. And I'm gonna show my global before I show the rest. Sorry. So this is where like all the main stuff happen. It's the character skin data, which is gonna be hair. You could give it like multiple values. It's a dictionary. I could give like, I don't know, legs, and it'll be no. This is just for example, okay? If that makes sense. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put hair and chest and like shoes. No. And in here I have a function called set hair data. I give it a parameter hair, and the character skin data hair, like the value here is gonna, you see it's null. Well, it's gonna change to whatever this is here. Now this is just to like show it can. This is like the same script for like the, let's say, the chest or shoe. You just like rename it stuff, and that's it. Now if we go back to the hair part. And here we have a functionality that global, it sets the hair data with this hair dot texture. That's how you get the texture parameter. And then in the physics process, we say hair dot texture is equal to global dot character skin data hair, so it can change in the physics process whenever it needs. So now when in the shop, when you click these buttons, what will happen is in the shop here, I referenced them at onReady var item BG is equal to like, and I did it for all three of them. And in here I said I connected the button press or something here, and I connected it to the shop script. And in here I said global dot set hair data is equal to item BG dot given item texture. Now because I have three different ones, for the first one I put item BG, the second one's called item BG2, and like as you see here. And that's it. And my player script has nothing in it. This is just how I can move my character. And last thing, in my player scene, I made a 2D node called skins, and I added the hair skin to here. So, and you pretty much have to like move it around. So this is the hair skin here, and you have like make it be pretty much frame perfect. And the way you could check if I like hide this, you see it like changes. You gotta like make it look really. So I make it look exact. And yeah, that's it. So in my shop, I also like, get an inspector, and in here I just gave it the item name, item texture, is how it would display what your character will look like, and also give an item texture. Now the way I put my skins on my characters is I layer it on each other. So like really, if I like run the scene right now, you see if I change it to red, you see red. But if I go here, and I just hide the skin here, you're gonna see go back to blonde. And it's going to go back to the right. I'm just hiding and turning the visibility on and off. And yeah, that's it. Really simple. Okay, now if you want to have your animated player have skins, it will be like this. You can make a dictionary in your auto load script minus the global, and you give it like the name and then the value. The value for like right now is null, but we changed it on ready. So then we're going to make a new function called set animated hair data in the same script, and you give it past the parameter hair, and we're going to do animated character skin data hair is equal to hair. Now if you want to change it for like chest or shoe, just copy paste this, but just change the names. You change it to like set animated shoes data, and give it shoes with this being shoes with capital S, and then the parameter of shoes. and that's it. So we gotta go to your, I'm gonna show my shop script right now, which is not what my shop looks like. And I have these free item BGs. These all free like yellow stuff is like how you can get the item. And my scene here, I have it here. I made a class name called skin item, and I gave it an item name and item texture. So this is what we'll display at the startup, so like it looks good. And you're gonna make an export via animated texture, and which is an array which holds animated resources. Now this is gonna give you an error because you have to make a new script and call it animated. You gotta give it a class name called animated resource and extends resource. And here we're gonna do an export for given animated item texture, which is gonna be a sprite frame. That's how you like make animated sprites in 2D. And it's gonna be like an item name, which is a string. Afterwards, you go in my shop, for example, and I will change the value. So here, if I go to like the red one here, you're gonna see it has like a size equals 0. You click add element, and then you're gonna click new animated resource and click on that. And here we're gonna click new sprite frame, and here this gets show up. Lots of clicking, unfortunately. And because it's like my red one, I'm gonna get the red here. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. I'm gonna put this at 3, this at 1, and this has separation of 2. That's how like mine will look. Like, and I'll add it, and I'll do it for the other ones as well. And also give it a name called, I don't know, green hair. If you want to like check stuff, I forgot to do that one. I'm gonna call it red hair, and I'm gonna call this one blue hair. If I go on the green here now, I'm gonna click this button, get the green, put this to 3, and put this to 1. And there we go. Now we're gonna make a new scene called an animated, with a new scene called animated hair skin, which is just a node 2D. And here we're gonna put an animated sprite, and we're gonna make a new animation called default, and put like your default skin value. So like my default hair is blonde, so for my player, so you put the default one, and that's it. And the script here, I have pretty much extends to node 2D. As you see, class name is animated hair, so I could like change it in other scripts if you want. And here I made it on ready where hair is equal to this animated sprite, and it's gonna export a default sprite frame. So and here we're gonna do an export for our default hair, which is equal to sprite frame. And we're gonna do a function where global.set animated hair data is equal to default hair. Afterwards, we're gonna get hair dot sprite frames is equal to global. This is on a physics, so like this is, it will set the data for like the hair skin, and this is what change it to like whatever you have. So I would say hair dot sprite frame is equal to global dot animated character skin hair. Okay, now it's gonna play the animation, and on default it's called default, so we're gonna just call hair dot play default. And for me, if you check my skin right now, let me just kind of zoom in. Oh, that was way too much. If I zoom in, you're gonna see if I play the next frame, it goes up a bit and goes back down. Well, for that, I kind of changed the position of itself to like match the player. So the way we do is we go to the player scene, and here you add a 2D node called skins, and I'm gonna insert the animated hair skin. So this goes in here, and you gotta like kind of get it perfectly lined up. So if I say I could just move it around. This is like the animated part here. It just layers on. That's how that's how like I change the skins of my player. I just layer it on. And that's it. The problem is when it plays the second animation, the player goes up, and you might see like the default skin. Now, the more the time you spend on the skin to like get the precise position, the better it looked like. But I just spent like a minute on it really fast, so I could get this tutorial out pretty fast too. But you're gonna see it kind of looks bad, unfortunately. So you see like you can see like the red hair not being part of it. You just fix it by making the position more precise. So like we got green hair, blue hair, and you just gotta play around with the setting here. So I might change this down to like, I don't know, 6.63 at the end. Red hair. It looks better the more time you spend on it, but yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and if you guys have any problems or something, just tell me in the comments, and I'll reply in like the first day if I can. Bye.